Alright, it's 8th. Doing every Bloodborne boss. This is part 1 of 5. There was an hour and 10 minutes of footage for this shit. I wasted a week of my time playing this game again. Just to show y'all it ain't that bad. And while I do fuck up a lot, it's not because the game's hard, it's because I've done it so many times. I don't care. I don't see a point in playing it anymore. I've done all the bosses multiple times, gotten every trophy, I've gotten every ending. Guess I just had to finally talk about the bosses and the game and just tips, I guess. So, for this boss, just be really aggressive. Try to stay behind it or to the left of it as much as possible. It's a typical strategy in this game. Get behind the boss and tap its ass. Seems to be a running trend in a lot of Souls games, and Soulsborne, or whatever the fuck the series is called now. So, for this boss, the serrated weapons, saw blade, works really well, because it like breaks their limbs and then they just kind of sit there and take it. Now, I was careless and got grabbed because I'm a dumbass. But you should probably dodge that. Just dodge to the left and you'll probably miss that. Yeah, that's first boss. Don't even have to fight that one. You can skip it and go straight to the second boss, which is Father Gascoigne, I think. Yeah, Father Gascoigne. Now with him, there's this item you get earlier in the area called the tiny music box. You can use that to stun him, and then, you know, he assumes the position and then you tap his ass. That's, once again, the technique, how it should be done. He is actually really low health. Just use that music box up until, not this part. You can still use it even when he starts his second phase. It's right when he screams, right there, where you can't use the music box anymore. And then he gets even more aggressive, and then I get dumb, and I stop dodging, and I just tank the damage. And then get behind him and tap the ass, you know, the usual. Alright, that's second boss, only 3 minutes in. That's nice. Blood-Starved Beast. Now this is the boss I did like 3 years ago to show that, you know, the game's not that hard if a 12-year-old could fight it. And y'all, a lot of you posted shit on that video and was like, oh, you just watched a video to figure out how to fight it. And what if I did? Doesn't fucking change the fact that I could replicate it, that I had the reflexes and the skill to do what was required to fight the boss. Whether I knew how to fight it beforehand or not, it doesn't matter. I could still do it at fucking 12. It's just not that bad. Just stick to his left side and dodge underneath all of his attacks, and you won't get hit for most of the fight. Not until he starts just being poisonous to stand near. You won't have a problem until that point, and even then it's not that bad. You just have to make sure you use antidote and keep the aggression on. So he looks scary. He's not just as much of a pussy as every other boss in this game is. Okay. Alright. Vicar Amelia. This was my first major roadblock in the game, I guess. Major meaning 30 minutes of trying to figure it out, and then I had it. Use fire paper and be really aggressive. Once again, you aren't gonna believe this, but once again, get behind her and tap her ass. It's amazing how much that works with almost every fight in this game. Some more than others, but it's a typical safe strategy. Because her limbs break too, so if you just constantly keep the pressure on, you'll keep her in a state of stun for a good bit of the fight. She'll just be sitting there. If you can do enough damage fast enough, you just skip past the point where she tries to heal herself, and at that point she's basically already dead. Just be really, really aggressive and try to avoid that attack, because that will take most of your health, if not all of it. Alright, and she's dead. Just like that. Oh boy. Okay, this boss doesn't really need explaining. It's the easiest boss in the game. You walk around until you find the fucking hunchbacks, and you just beat the shit out of them violently, and eventually the fight will be over. Even the things they summon, just kind of walk around unless you provoke them. And even if you do, you can just walk away from them slowly. This boss serves little to no challenge or any kind of, like, well, difficulty at all. It's just a game of cat and mouse. If the mouse was, like, handicapped, there's nothing more I can say. Hell, even the things walking around that they summon to fight you, that if you go in there with no insight, then they won't even spawn. Like, see, there I provoked one, and I just walk away from it. Even when they do hit you, they barely do anything. And you can just make your health back by attacking some other enemy. So, you kill the first one, and soon after that, the second one will show up, which she's already there through the whole fight, but so you can already do damage to her before her health bar even shows up. So at this point, it should be really easy. Just I don't even have any tips for this. It's just easy. She can revive the other one, but even then, what does it matter? You know? So, that's the Witches of Hamrlik. Easy ass fight. And the next one is Dark Beast Parle, I think. Yeah, Dark Beast Parle. And this one is basically copied and pasted from Amelia, except a little bit more aggressive and has electricity attacks. And it's stunned a lot easier. And this one actually strays from the tap the ass technique. Lock onto its head and be as aggressive as possible. Just fucking beat its face in, and it'll be over really fast. Because you're just attacking it, it's stunned, and then you can get one of those, I don't know what they're called, attacks. But they do a lot of damage. Charges up its electricity, but it doesn't matter because you just attack it until it's not charged up anymore. It's definitely an easier fight. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alrighty, this is, what's her name? Shadows of Yharnam. It's the boss that introduces you to crowd control. It was harder to understand and to fight it. The first time I did it, the first few times actually, it was really a struggle to figure this out, because crowd control is really important in these games for fights like this, and it can be tricky to pick up. But basically my strategy for this boss is focus on the one that only has a sword, because he has the simplest move set, so just deal with him first. There's not really much I can talk about, actually. Just avoid the fire attacks that are long distance, and avoid the close distance ones from the other shadow that has a sword. Once you kill one of them, the other two will get buffed, but their health will get debuffed. So they die faster, but they do more damage. But they're still as easily as stun locked as they ever were. And there's actually like a stun lock glitch you can get them stuck in, where you attack them once and then they dodge, and it's a loop and they just keep dodging and they never attack. You can get them stuck in that, but where's the fun in that, you know? Don't get caught in that. That was dumb what I just did. Don't do that. And that is the opposite of what you want to do. Now, you kill the second one. This guy gains a new attack where he summons giant ass snakes out of the ground, and they are annoying as fuck, and they do a shitload of damage if you get caught in like a string. And he does the most damage because of the weapon he's using. It's blunt. It'll mess you up. Now I got tired of his shit and got him stuck in a corner, and I was just done. I was done with this shit. Didn't want to deal with him anymore. So I just finished him off. So that's part 1. 4 more parts to go. I'll post the next video same day next week. I'll make this a schedule, a regular thing. Why not? See ya.